A very good morning. I hope you all had a safe and glorious Diwali. We are continuing the second term of our 2020-21 academic year. I expect that each one of you had learned the sixth chapter of our first term. At last, we completed studying chapter 6 Magic Eyes. Today, we are beginning our second half of the year with the chapter 7. The Toon Town Musician. This lesson is about four different pet domestic animals and birds. In this story, the pets as they got old and were thrown away by their respective master and their journey after this incident. Let me start our lesson from the textbook. Here is given at first the activity. So first question is, which animals can you see in the picture? Here is we can see a donkey, a cock, a dog, and a cat in this picture. Second question is, do you know any story about these animals? Narrate the story to the class. So student, if you know any story regarding this, you can also explain this story and you can write this story in your classwork book. Now, here is the third question. Do you know how animals are useful to us? Talk about their usefulness. So, here is so many animals help us in our life. First is a cow give us milk. Buffalo give us milk. Horse is used to pull a carriage. A donkey is used to carry loads. A dog guards our house. A bullock is used to draw a bullock cart. An elephant is used to carry heavy loads. A camel is used to draw a camel cart. A sheep gives us wool. Here is we complete our this activity. You can write in your classwork book. Let me start our story on part 1 from the textbook. Once there was a farmer who had a very old donkey. The donkey had worked very hard for the farmer for many years. Now, when he became old, the farmer said, "You are no longer useful to me. Get out from here." Poor old donkey was very sad. He left the farm and went towards the city. He walked along and he sang, "I am very old. You see, no one cares for me. I have no home or house to go. What will I do? I do not know." As he walked along, an idea came to his head. "I know. What can I do? I can go to Toon Town and become a musician." So he walked along. A little later, he saw an old dog asleep on the side of the road. "What's wrong, my friend?" asked the donkey. "My master has thrown me out as I am old and slightly deaf," said the dog sadly, and he sang, I am very old. You see, no one cares at for me. I have no house, no home to go. What will I do? I do not know. Why don't you come with me? Said the donkey. The dog liked the idea of going to Toon town and become a musician. Now they walk together. Let we know more from this paragraph. One of the four pets is a donkey. We all know that donkeys are made of transport for goods from one place to another. The donkey worked for his master, who was a farmer for many years. But as the donkey got old, his master threw him and said, You are no longer useful to me. Get out from here. Listening to this made the donkey very sad. He then walked out the farm and moved towards in the direction of the city. On his way to the city, the donkey sang a song about his situation, and the song was, I am very old. You see, no one cares at all for me. I have no home or no house to go. What will I do? I do not know. In this song, the donkey expresses his sorrow as he is no longer with his master and does not have any home or house where he can go. We know how important home is, even though we always enjoy traveling and going to other places. But still, at the end of day, we remember our home and want to want to come home again. In the middle of this, suddenly an idea struck Donkey's mind. He thought of going to Toon town and can become a musician there. On this way to Toon town, he found an old dog sleeping on the side of the road. Donkey asked the dog. Donkey asked the dog, What was the matter with the dog? Why are you here? The dog answered to the donkey and said that he was old and slightly deaf, so his master threw him out. Dog also got sad and sang the same song. And the song was, I am very old. You see, no one cares at all for me. I have no home. I have no house to go. What will I do? I do not No. Listening to this, Donkey asked the dog, why doesn't he also come with him to Tuntun town? The dog liked the idea of going to Tuntun town and become a musician. So they both, the dog and the donkey, started walking towards, yes, towards Tuntun town. Hope everyone enjoying and understand this story. We will continue part 2 of this chapter in the our next session.